Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we have a very special unboxing. This is another one of those boxes coming in from Freedom Knife Shop. Really good deal on this one. We want to take a look at this together. Alright, so today we're looking at the Delica 4 Cobalt Blue FRN Spy 27 blade steel. This is the Delica. I don't think I've ever opened one of these before, so let's get into this. I'm opening up with my pair of 3 in the Lynch Northwest titanium scales. This is the lightweight version that Lynch Northwest came out with that are super awesome. You can put lightweight knives on this. I really like this. I also, by the way, appreciate what Knife Freedom Shop, how they close this up so you can't really get into it super easy. All right, so this looks like it might be between a pair of 3 and a Dragonfly. This looks like we're somewhere in between. Now, first of all, first thing I notice is blue cobalt scales. Nice and rounded. That's cool. A thinner blade stock. We've got the traditional clip where you can have tip up, tip down, right hand, left hand tip. The clip goes right here where it's smooth, so you have the jimping and knurling for good grip. It is a lock back. We have the Spidey hole. We have the jimping here. All right, so pretty evenly centered, which is, you know, always challenging with the FRN. Let's go ahead and open this guy. That's tight. That is tight. Now the difference is in a pair of 3, as you notice, it is definitely a little bit thinner, a little smaller, but the pair of 3 has the choke up position, right? Similar blade shape, maybe just a little bit bigger in the blade, but the pair of 3 does have the choke up. This one is right here. So large hands with, now I can choke up here a little bit if I had to, but large hands, extra large, double extra large hands easily can get in there. We do have steel liners on both sides. We have the lock back right here. This looks like it might actually be a true back spacer. It is, because it's on the inside of the liners that have holes in them for weight relief. Okay, that gives it a nice solid feel. Now it is a lock back. Now it's a little stiff. Let's see. What I want to see, does it have phosphor bronze washers on there? I think it does. What do we have? Let's look. Phosphor bronze, yeah, phosphor bronze washers on both sides. So this will break in nicely. Right now I can do the one hand open, but I suspect at some point, yeah, you can close it. Can we? Yeah, it's still a little stiff. But I bet if we break this in, I'll just do this real quick, see if that helps. I'm sure at some point. I know the Dragonfly, I got almost broken in where I could do that. I know the little native, I could do that. But this definitely is a nice little knife. Now this is Spy 27 blade steel, made in Seki City, Japan. It's got the traditional sort of a similar blade shape. This one has a little more of a belly, a little taller. This is a little thinner blade, which is nice. So if you wanted something smaller, now this is the, oops, let me look at this. This is the Delica, and I think you can get custom scales for this for sure. So that is something certainly worth looking into. It definitely is a smaller, nicer little knife if you like that idea, right? And then you have the lock back that you can one-hand it. So if I do this, let's see here, I can close it like that. I can work it one-handed, and I can do the same thing over here. Close it, slow roll, and drop it. See, can I flick it open? Let's see. I can. There you go. Very cool. Nice satin finish. It is a thinner blade stock. You can see that, so it's going to be nice and slicey. Let's zoom in here a little bit and take a look at this guy. There's that satin finish. Beautiful satin finish. We have the CPM Spy 27 blade steel, Spyderco. We have the green FRN scales with the screws. Now these aren't the little punch ones, because on this side you'll see they're all screws. You can unscrew it and take this apart. The old FRNs used to be like you had to break the punches. They were like stomped, they were like crimped together or something. Over here, Seki City, Japan. Nice thin blade stock you can see on that blade steel. And then we can look in here, see if we have enough light. You can see the steel liner with the little holes for weight relief, and you see it on both sides over there. So that gives it some really good solidity, right? Good solidity. It's a nice solid, and it does have phosphor bronze washers. So this thing will break in nicely. You'll see, break in nicely once you do that. I can flick it open, and then I would be able to drop it like that, and then close it like that. Now right now, the centering is not bad on this one. FRNs are always kind of hit or miss a little bit as they set in a little bit. But you have this nice rounded all the way around. You've got good jimping here. You've got the extra jimping here. Pretty solid little knife, I think. Here's a back spacer. Like I said, the clip. It's a big old goofy looking clip. You can absolutely replace that. I would recommend that. Very, very cool. And you can get custom scales for this guy. I think this is pretty nice. Pretty nice. All right, so let me get a nice little image of this one here. I think it's pretty cool. Let's see, can we do that? Yeah, let's do the side where we have the clip. You can see that. I think it's a pretty cool little knife. I do like everything about this. Fits pretty well up here. Like you can see that. Very slicey. Yeah, definitely very slicey. Got a little tip there at the top. It's thinner. It's definitely not something you want to be prying with and doing goofy stuff with. This is meant to be a slicer. So this will cut well. Do I have a piece of paper to cut with? I think I do. Let me grab a piece of paper here. So let's see how well it cuts. Oh yeah. Definitely nice. Nice and slicey for sure. For sure. Super, super slicey little knife. I think that's great. I mean, what does that tell you? It just tells you the factory edge is not terrible. That's all it tells you. It doesn't tell you much of anything else. But, I mean, Spy 27 blade steel, I like it. It's like VG10 meets S45VN. It's the best way I can describe it. It's got some nice edge retention, some strong properties, but it definitely has some corrosion resistance. I like that. So, I think it's a pretty cool little knife. I like it. It is a lockback, so, you know, whether you like that or not, lockbacks can be fidgety, right? You can fidget with them. You can break them in, especially this one has, now this is FRN. Typically FRNs will have one side where the knife is against the plastic and the other side there may be a washer. Like this pair 3 in the FRN has a phosphor bronze washer on one side and then the other side hits the scales. But when I got the Lynch Northwest scales here, it had 2 phosphor bronze washers. There's one on each side, so obviously you can see the action's way better. Likewise here, it already has 2 phosphor bronze washers on each side, and this will break in. It's already starting to, yeah, it's already starting to get much smoother. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. So the jimping here, you can see, screws over here. I mean, it's not super thick. The clip, you know, whatever. And the clip, but the clip does rest on the smooth part, which is nice. Again, super nice and sharp edge right there. I think Seki City, Japan, they do a really good job. I like the Spyderco Spy 27. I used to call it, it's CPM Spy 27, but I used to call it SPY 27. People hated that. I didn't know it was actually called Spy 27. I figured it was, you know, like you have CPM. Most people don't call it Crucible Production Manufacturing, right, or something like that. So we call it CPM. Now, Crucible's gone. They're not around, but the company that bought them are going to be producing some of these other steels, and I hope they'll be doing the Spy 27 because it's not a bad steel. It's a really good steel for the price. I think it's a fantastically nice priced steel for what you get. And again, I'm breaking this in, so let's see. We can reverse flick it. It does work. It does work. It's a nice size, though. It really is. If I were to compare it, let's look at the size. I mean, it's pretty close to a pair 3, I would say. Now, if you want to compare it to a PM2, PM2 obviously is going to be way bigger, right? So way bigger on a PM2. Cutting something there. Anyway, so there's a PM2 and a pair 3. So not bad. I think it's pretty decent. Pretty cool little knife. Pretty cool little knife indeed. Another pleasant surprise as far as I'm concerned. A very nice, pleasant surprise. All right, guys. Any of you guys have this knife? Any of you guys enjoy this knife? Any of you guys have it in your collection that you use it? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on there. Any of you guys get custom scales for it? Does that make it a lot better? Is it something you enjoy? How do you like the lockback? I'm just kind of curious. I've never really had a knife, Spyderco, with a lockback that I've used full time. I do like the compression lock a lot. I can make the lockback work, but it does limit some things, but you can make it work. All right. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. Subscribing and liking the channel really helps me out. It allows me to produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you to everyone out there who watches the videos, enjoys the content, is part of the live stream. Thank you. Appreciate you guys so very much. If you haven't already, maybe consider hitting that notification button down below as well, so you can be notified of future content like this and other videos. And a big shout out to my channel members. I appreciate you. You do two amazing things. You encourage me. I don't do this full time, so thank you. And secondly, because of your generous support, you allow me to do things sooner than I thought I could. For instance, I'm able to do a once a week budget banger giveaway. A lot to do with you guys. Be able to check out knives, borrow knives, bean pass arounds because I can cover costs of shipping. Thank you. I'm able to have software to post-process and do the videos. Thank you. All that stuff is a huge help and a huge encouragement, and I appreciate that. As a result of that, I want to do two exclusive things for channel members. One, any person who's actively currently a member and who's never asked to receive a channel sticker, normally 99% of the time it's brand new channel members, but it could be somebody else. Email me your name and address. I'd love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. It's my way to say thank you to you, okay? Secondly, I also do a once a month members exclusive giveaway. So every week we have the Budget Banger giveaway, but 1 week in that month there's two giveaways. There's the Budget Banger giveaway and then the members exclusive giveaway. Members, you are eligible for both. I've seen somebody win it twice, win both of them once. So that can happen, all right? That's my way to say thank you to you. And I try to make that giveaway something a little nicer than a Budget Banger giveaway, something that hopefully you would enjoy winning or giving as a gift, right? If any of that sounds interesting, any of that sounds cool, there is a link down below in the description on how to become a member. I have three different tiers, basic, medium, and high. Please, first of all, don't become a member because you feel pressured or you feel like you have to. Do it only because you want to, but if you do, if you choose to do it out of your own choice, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am blown away and humbled, and I appreciate you. Along with that, there are special emojis, one year, 2 year anniversary special things. There's exclusive content. If you're at different higher tiers, you get other things. So just know there's some things that I like to do to say thank you to you guys and that I appreciate you. That's my small way to say thank you. All right. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you, all of you. So thank you. If you haven't already, check me out on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.